Okay, hi. That's one of one, which came from two people that I care a lot about, and it turned 4:47, and well, looked up, it was 4:46, and I'm the one who always says whenever I see that, it always makes me think of the plus one, small O and E, or capital O, capital N, small E, so on, or WON, one, and the real life story is I'm supposed to share the truth equals change, faith equals change, and Sarah equals change. And that Sarah name pops out so many times, right? Obviously, number one, because of my wife. Number two, Sarah Young with a great last name and the Jesus Calling book. And my daughter seeing a small one at my mom's house. Side note, a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, and she goes, "Whose is this?" I go, she goes, "Can I have this?" My mom goes, "Yeah." Anyway, and then there's a Sarah through a King nickname. He's a pastor, and his sister I've known since I was young, 5, 6, 7 years old. And then another Sarah, which is just first name brought up in Dr. J. Lombard's story about the mind of God and how our brains all have the ability to see things differently and use these differently. This is all real, and that's probably why if you're listening to this video right now, you're going, "Jeremy, what are you talking about? Just stay with me." Every day I have all these missed calls. Actually, there's a couple videos where it says video one, it's like 2 minutes and something, and then a second one, 7 minutes and something, because during the video, um, the first one, well, it turned into two because a 216 number called. And it's the way we look and see things. And the answer is always got to be on faith. Answered by faith, because the way to get the answer of what happened again today, which is, here's the story. I was looking at a 3 minute and 1 second, I think, video I made, and I just kept wondering, is it my wife that liked the video? And I was sitting there, shut my eyes, and then the fly that was there for the hour-long video I did, where the fly was already in the bathroom. Well, that's why I chose to do it there, because it was on the picture our son created for me to leave it here so I could feel Mommy was here, Sarah's staying. And then that fly ended up on there for an hour the whole time I did a video, and any of you that would see this would see how many times I brought the camera all the way up. And that fly stayed right there the whole time I was talking about my life, and especially her being the number one in it. And then that fly came today, because when I was thinking, is it Sarah that liked this? And the fly came by. I go, really? And then I look up in the left top of this screen that I could see then. It's on the other side now, but it was 417. I'm like, well, that's Sarah's number. Okay, the 7 and 17, especially 17, keeps coming at me through up here and here. And then a missed call comes in at 417. It also did the same number at 1101. This morning I did I forget what time, but it's a 9 minute and 16 second video. And you all would know me to say plus one. It's just very interesting. The 216 number called in at 1101 after that video was made. And a 1 added to 16 would make a 17. And with that being said, and then the answer to, is it Sarah liking the videos? And the answer could be yes. And we've always had this different way of thinking and using our brain souls and just our brains in a different way. And it's 100% faith, meaning when it comes to things like this that you hope, and sharing my thoughts, I think, is neat, because it's just showing everyone in the world that, yeah, there's a chance that this could be real. It could be my wife. She's smart. She could be sitting at home doing these things. Or the other flip side to it is, it could just be timing of people at a 216 number needing to call me. But every time it's always a 6-second voicemail with no noise, or if I answer, same thing, 6 seconds, they hang up. I don't know what it is. So my point is, though, know that I'm sane, and this is how far I go in faith. And if I'm wrong, and it's just companies that have things set up to, I don't know, right? The odds of that would be very interesting. But it could also be a positive. If that's the case, then this is coming at me, the sevens, the 17s, and everything, if Sarah's not involved. This is the truth as to um, how detailed and how into God and angels can be. Because they know I'm paying attention. No, I never sit there and go, wonder what time, I'll act like I don't know what. No, 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 no. This is all just based off the brain soul. And when you have the brain soul, you're just living life with no plans. That's just how it works. And it's the greatest thing that this world needs right now. So I'll always keep sharing. And if whether it takes days or weeks or months or years, I will always be here for all of you to tell you this is real. And I know there you go. Is it real? I'm not looking at the time, by the way. So look, no, I didn't look at the time. This I brought from my parents because that would come at me. And they could just be left after even people came to mow and do all the things. And somehow when I was thinking about my wife, my kids, or things that I hoped for, they would pop up. This is all real, and you all need to know that these messages can start coming once you firmly go, you know what, there's powers that rule. Not rule, but however your mentality is. There's powers that can lead me, yes. Yes. And there's only one person, right? And again, I'm not going to look. Watch. One of one. That's you. That can choose to believe and just say, okay. And I'm telling you, that's why I'll share everything I have. And when the brain soul takes over, like I said, I never go, what's a 17-letter website I could buy? Oh my gosh, there's so many that we have now, just so you know. All of us. And I'm going to share them with the world and say, what do you want to do with them? You know, they're big time. There's many. But they all came from my life experiences, but also as if my brain soul was just saying, this is what's going through everyone's mind in the world. 17 letters, right? Sure, there's times where I change it a little bit to get 17, but I'll tell you which ones I'll remember once I see them all. So this is real. Even so real that I don't know how long this is. And on this note, the greatest thing to take from this is, Jeremy, this is the first time I've heard anything like this. Okay, so you can do two things. You can, one, say, Jeremy, and just create things in your mind. Or you can also look at it and go, I guess I could test it. Yeah, that's on you.